Every single day, millions of British drivers willingly spend more money than they need to. I'm not talking about spending on insurance or on road tax or on servicing. I am talking about at the petrol pumps. They will pull up in their car, they'll look at the pump and the nozzle and they'll go, you know what? I'm going to treat my car to the premium stuff. And then in their head, it makes sense because it costs more money, so it must be better fuel, right? No, it doesn't actually make sense, and it isn't necessarily better for your car. In fact, if your car only needs regular 95 RON petrol, then you could be spending an extra £200 to £500 every single year for almost no measurable benefit. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly what these ratings are about, whether premium petrol really gives you more power or better fuel economy, or whether it actually cleans your engine, and why so many people buy it anyway. And also the one important exception where I would recommend that you put the more expensive fuel in your tank. And so watching this video could save you thousands potentially over a few years. Let's get into it right after this.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
So why do we pay more? Walk into any petrol station and you'll usually see two grades of petrol. You'll see regular unleaded, which is usually 95 RON, and it will be E10, and then you'll see premium or super unleaded, which will be E5, and that could be between 97 to 99 RON. That's the octane rating. Now, depending on where you fill up, the premium could be typically around 10 to 20 pence more per litre for the nicer stuff, if you like. So let's take the middle ground, let's call it 15 pence, and let's work this out. So if you fill a typical 50 litre tank, that's another £7.50 extra. Do that every week, and we're talking about around £390 a year extra. Even if you only do it up, fill it up every fortnight, you're going to still spend another £200 per year extra. That's before we've even asked the most important question, which is, are you actually getting anything for that extra money? So this is where a lot of the confusion comes in, right? The higher octane does not mean that the fuel contains some more magical energy. It does not mean that it's going to give your car more power. It doesn't mean that it's better quality. Octane is simply a measure of a fuel's resistance to knocking. Knocking happens when the fuel-air mixture ignites too early inside the engine. So imagine someone that starts clapping before the film is even ended, right? It just doesn't make sense, and it's just stuff that's happening where it shouldn't. It's kind of uncontrolled combustion, which could create shockwaves inside the cylinders themselves, and engines, they don't like that. Higher octane fuel resists that premature ignition. That's basically what it does. So think of octane as a fuel's ability to stay calm under pressure, right? And some engines need that. But most modern engines do not, because they are not designed for that fuel. They are designed for the regular stuff. You see, most petrol cars sold in Britain today are engineered to run perfectly happily on 95 RON octane fuel. Manufacturers spend years developing engines around that recommended fuel, and I do mean the E10 as well. If the handbook says 95 RON is recommended, then that's what the engine is designed for, and that's for most cars, you know, whether it's a Nissan Qashqai or a Toyota Corolla, Kia Sportage, Ford Focus, Hyundai Tucson, Volkswagen Polo, etc., etc., etc. You see what I'm saying? Pretty much all regular newish cars. They'll all run exactly as they intended to run, just on the regular stuff. However, if we're talking hot hatches, performance sports cars, supercars, then these engines tend to have higher compression ratios, more turbo boost, or more aggressive ignition timing, and they can genuinely benefit from higher octane fuel. Many of them are designed around it. Many of them will need it. But again, only if the manufacturer says so. And in some cases, both could apply. So for example, the Ford Mustang is perfectly fine running on 95 octane fuel. It's designed to do so. It can do it all day long, no problem. However, it can detect and switch to run better and produce more power if you put the premium fuel in. So the first thing you should do after watching this video is go to your car or wherever you keep the handbook, open that and look at what it says in there. If it says 95 RON, that's what's recommended, then believe it and only put that in your car. So what about the myth that it will give you better fuel economy? This is the one that you hear the most often, right? That the premium petrol will give you better MPG. Now, technically, there is some truth in the fact that the 95 octane fuel, when it switched to E10, it did reduce fuel economy slightly in cars. But here's the thing, the maths really work out if you're trying to pay for the more expensive stuff to save on fuel economy. Let's say the regular petrol costs £1.45 a litre, right? Let's say premium costs £1.60. We're talking about 10% more expensive, right? So that means that your fuel economy needs to improve by 10% just to justify putting the expensive stuff in. In fact, E10 fuel only reduces fuel economy by 1 to 3%. And most ordinary engines simply won't achieve that by running the more expensive stuff. Many will gain no advantage at all because they're simply not configured for it. The 1 to 3% gain isn't enough to offset paying 10% more at the pump.
Check out Brown Car Guy's latest novel, Silent Ruin. Action, adventure, spies, betrayal, romance, plus of course cool cars and car chases, it's got the lot. And don't forget How to Be an Automotive Content Creator, the ULEZ Files and Quantum Races. All Brown Car Guy's books are available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited.
But is it true to say that the premium fuel cleans your engine? Now, okay, this is quite interesting actually, because premium fuels often do contain a more comprehensive detergent package, right? These additives help keep the injectors cleaner. They can reduce deposits in the fuel system. And so clearly this is a kind of a genuine benefit right there. But the thing is it worth paying an extra, what did we say, 5, 8, 9 pounds every single tank? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, if you really believe that your car will benefit from that cleaning process, a sensible compromise might be to just use the premium fuel occasionally. Maybe just put it in every couple of months or perhaps before a long journey. You'll still get the benefit of those cleaning aspects of the fuel, but you won't be spending those extra hundreds of pounds over the course of a year. And while we're here, let's briefly touch on the whole idea that supermarket fuel is rubbish. Well, not really, because all the petrol sold in the UK has to meet strict British standards. And the base fuel usually will come from the same refineries. Where brands differ is mainly in the additive package that they blend into the fuel before it reaches the forecourt. So the fact is that if you fill up at Tesco, Asda, Morrison's or Sainsbury's, as I usually do, let's be honest, you don't need to lose any sleep over it. Your car is certainly not losing any sleep over it. Now, there is an exception, and this is where my advice will change a little bit, and that is if you own a classic car, particularly something built before the widespread use of ethanol compatible fuel systems, so the E numbers, the E5 and the E10s, etc. Premium fuel may well be worth every penny in that particular case. And it's not because of the octane, it's not because you're going to get more power, it's because of the ethanol factor, right? Regular unleaded fuel in Britain, like I said, is E10. That's 10% ethanol. Super unleaded, the premium stuff, is usually E5, so that's 5% ethanol. Ethanol attracts moisture from the air, and over time, especially if the car sits unused for weeks or months, as classics often do, that moisture can contribute to corrosion in older fuel systems. It can also attack old rubber hoses, seals, gaskets, fuel system components. These were never designed for that modern E10 ethanol blends. That's why organizations representing historic vehicles often do recommend that E5, where it's available, should be used for older classics. And the same applies if you're putting a classic into storage, because filling the tank with fresh E5 fuel, ideally combined with a suitable fuel stabilizer, is generally a better strategy than leaving E10 sitting in the system for months. And remember, fuel does have an expiry date, so just be careful about that. This is one situation where it is probably worth paying the extra money.
If you found this video useful or entertaining, support the Brown Car Guy channel at these links. Hit like, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribing.
So here's the takeaway. If your handbook says put premium fuel in it, then put premium fuel in it. It's as simple as that. But if it says that 95 RON is the one that is recommended for your car, no matter how new your car is or whatever, save your money. Your engine won't thank you for spending any more. And certainly your wallet won't either. If you still like the idea of the premium's extra cleaning additives, then maybe, you know, every few months, you know, put a single fill up with a more expensive fuel in it. But honestly, I don't even think that's really worth it. Keep in mind that the best fuel for your car isn't necessarily the most expensive one. It's the one that your engine was designed to use. And that's what the manufacturer or the handbook will tell you. In fact, usually there's a little sticker. And so when you open the flap to the filler, it'll say in there, it'll tell you what fuel to put in there. Just believe it. Put that in. There's no extra benefit of putting the more expensive stuff in. So let me know. Do you do that? Do you put the more expensive fuel in even though your car doesn't need it? Have you noticed any real world benefits? Am I talking nonsense here? Let me know. I'll look forward to reading your comments and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Want your brand in front of genuine car enthusiasts and a loyal motoring audience? Brown Car Guy reaches over 40,000 YouTube subscribers and hundreds of thousands of passionate viewers with credible motoring news, views, and reviews. From supercars to classics, industry insight to amazing motoring stories, this is trusted automotive content with real engagement. So, want your logo here? Sponsor the channel today.